All right, everybody. Welcome. I am Ptah Shakur, Ascended Master Reiki practitioner and host and guide of the Ptah Shakur weekly live TV program. This particular program here is the last installment of the Laws and Principles of Creation. This is part 4. I just want to remind that this is actually going out on YouTube and actually will be presented on Facebook as well. So for everyone who's listening on via Facebook, I recommend please like and subscribe this particular page so that the algorithm can be set in such a way where those who need this particular information are be able to get this. We will be going into the final 3 laws and principles of creation. With this particular series, we have gone through the first 9, and at the very end, I kind of recap all of the 12 laws and principles. This information is designed to help enrich and fortify those who want to learn how to better themselves and utilize this magic, real live magic that is actually being taken away from us. Our ability to interact with our physical world has been stripped from us, and it's been only available for a few chosen individuals who reap quite a few rewards and actually damage the planet in turn with that. However, this is freedom time. This is the greatest time to be alive. There is actually the Christ consciousness energy is prevalent. This is the time that was written about in all of the scriptures and major writings. So this particular information, I see myself as a bridge helping to guide those who would like to learn about these particular opportunities available so we can escape the energetic enslavement that is existing on this particular plane. With these last 3 that we're going to be going into, we're going to be going into the law of polarity, real briefly, law of rhythm, and the law of gender. And like I shared previously, that these laws and principles will be going into them in depth, different type of details and examples to help illuminate this great information. But this is a short video that's going to go out. So with that, I appreciate everyone being in attendance, all the dignitaries and all the people within the community. That I thank you all for committing and actually attending and giving ear to myself. I'm very, very humbled at this opportunity. So just briefly going into it, then we're going to speak about the law of polarity. This law states that there are 2 ends to everything, and that everything has an opposite. Life has a start, and it also has an end. There's a spiritual world, and then there's the physical world that we currently are residing in. There's a North Pole, there's a South Pole, there's the divine feminine energy and the divine masculine energy. Anybody who knows me, I've been a very proponent of the return of the importance of the divine feminine energy. I believe that one of the greatest sins that we've turned away from, including turning away from nature, and so to get back on track and actually cause the earth, who is currently in a stage of awakening, to assist that and to ride this wave of consciousness. That is a focus that we're also going to be going into. So appreciate everybody's attendance here. So the twin flames, I know individuals heard about different twin flames relationships was. They're often seemingly different from each other, but even they're one and the same. There's hot and cold. They're very different, or just simply very different degrees, which we all call temperature. There's good, quote bad, which is basically simply different degrees of what we perceive to be morality. In your life, the law of polarity teaches you that even in your darkest times, there exists the potential for light. In your greatest of struggle, there are seeds of opportunity in your deepest of sorrow. The capacity of joy persists. So just real briefly, everything has an opposite. And just understanding it and respecting that without placing that judgment to a particular thing. And remember, with the previous law that we spoke about, by actually putting judgment to what it is that we see, we actually are falling into the illusion. So these laws and principles just teach us to what the reality is, and actually placing ourselves in harmony with that, we can actually benefit from the power of that. So the law and principle number 11 is the law of rhythm. The universe has a natural rhythm or flow, and it does not like to be disrupted. It teaches you that everything in the universe moves in a cycle or it moves in a pattern, akin to a pendulum swing or the changing of the season. Just as the tide flows in and out, as the day turns into night and winter gives way unto spring, every aspect of life is subject to this rhythmic motion. This law reminds you that life is too the subject of these natural rhythms. There are times of activity, there's times of rest, there's periods of growth, there's periods of retreat, moments of joy and moments of sorrow. And you can avoid a lot of problems, but just by being patient and letting things happen naturally in and of their own time. When they say living in the flow, it's great to be aware of the flow and kind of step back. And like I said, this different perspective, this fifth dimensional energy coming in, it's not a place that we're going to, folks. It's just a level of awareness of where we're at right now. So that ability to kind of go, take a deep breath, kind of go inside, and all the different sages have been teaching us that the key to the kingdom of heaven is actually inside us. So when we go inside and we're able to adjust and actually let things happen in and of their own time. Chaos happens when you try to force things ahead of time and trying to put things on our particular schedule. That doesn't work and can leave us feeling very, very frustrated. And that frustration, like I said, is a part of the illusion, the ego illusion. So anytime we're having suffering, frustration, that's a sign that we need to apply these particular principles. And last but not least is the law of gender. Now, this law has nothing to do about male or female. It simply has to do with masculine or feminine energy, which is within ourselves and is within the fabric of the universe. Whether you're a man or a woman, it is crucial to understand that the relationship between masculine and feminine energy exists within us all. There is no energy that is superior or better than one another, just energies that are opposite, however, working together. By understanding the law of gender helps us appreciate the importance of balance. It teaches us that in order to reach our full potential, we must harmonize both masculine and feminine energy within us. And it's not about being less of a man, it's not about being less of a man of a woman. It's about expressing, embracing all of the aspects of our nature to become complete. These are ancient laws that the wisest people of the lands have intuitively known and have lived by. When you don't follow these laws, you're kind of like fighting against how the world and how reality works, which can make life really, really tough. It's not like someone is punishing you. However, life does have that ability to feel as though punishment is being doled out because we're not aware of these laws and principles. So we're actually being like a fish swimming upstream. So this is something really, really key. When you find different junction points in your life where things does not seem to be heading in the right direction, I would ask everyone to go over these laws and principles and actually ask yourself, take a real introspective look within yourself and see if you are in harmony or how you can place yourself in harmony with these wonderful laws and principles in the universe. So this concludes the this particular series. This is 101. We're going to go, like I said, in more in depth with each and every law and principle in future recordings. Again, this is Ptah Shakur. This message is meant to enliven, inspire, and actually provide guidance for those who are looking to access these new energies, which is currently in our midst. If this particular video has excited you or actually caused you to ponder or give you some food for thought, I recommend checking out some more of my videos that is actually taking place. I have do the Hour of Power weekly broadcast, as well as Ptah Shakur Speaks, which you can find here on my YouTube page of Ptah Shakur. You can hit me up on Facebook, it's Ptah Shakur, as well as Instagram and TikTok. So with that, I greet everyone, and I implore to seek and find your heaven on earth. And once you do that, then you develop and find the God within. When you find the God within, I recommend for everyone to do what you can to create that heaven on earth, to affect your reflections, which are masquerading around in the physical flesh of what you call your fellow human beings. But remember, the first law of creation is the law of divine oneness. So the first law of creation, divine law of divine oneness, excuse me. Second law is the law of vibration. Third law is the law of correspondence. Fourth being the law of attraction. Fifth, the law of inspired action. Sixth, the law of transmutation of energy. Seventh, the law of cause and effect. Eighth, the law of compensation. 9, the law of reality, law of relativity. 10, the law of polarity. 11, the law of rhythm. And finally, last but not least, the law of gender. So stay tuned also for some really productive, inspiring content. And again, this is Ptah Shakur, and love and light to you all. Thank you. Thank you all for showing up. Appreciate you all. We're going to head out in this particular direction here.